very special conversation with two very special people, someone who we are celebrating today, not in his avatar as BCCI anti-corruption chief or former police commissioner, somebody who has made this country proud in many roles that he's worked in, but as the author of this, book, which has been published by Juggernaut today. It's coming out formally. It's called A Cop in Cricket, Inside the World of the BCCI's Anti-Corruption Unit by Neeraj Kumar, with a foreword by Suhail Seth. So this book comes out today, and that's what we are reviewing and talking about with Mr. Kumar and, of course, my friend G. Rajaraman. Mr. Kumar, many congratulations to you. The 2 points that Raja and I want to focus on as part of this conversation. Number one, your take on match fixing and spot fixing. Can they ever end? Because in your many avatars in your life, you've dealt with it hands-on, much more detailed, deep dive than any of us can even contemplate. So that's one I want to address. And the second one is the question of betting. So your stand on legalization of betting. Let me go to Raja first, and then you can take both our questions together. Raja.
Thank you very much, Boria, and thank you very much, Neeraj sir, for being here today. Like Boria said, we celebrate your book. We need more such books because it gives us a perspective into the working, not just of the BCCI or of the International Cricket Council, but we get a fair idea of what really is transpiring in the world out there. Most of us, journalists or fans, typically engage with television or with a website, which give us the cricketing aspect. You have seen the underbelly of the world of cricket, and you have been quite open and shared it in this racy book. It makes for exciting reading. I'm sure a lot of us will get educated. Even those who are not deeply connected with the game of cricket will like to read this book. So congratulations for your third book, sir. The first two were super success. I'm sure you will find this also getting to the OTT platform soon.
So, Mr. Kumar, straight question: match fixing and spot fixing, can they ever end?
Boria, first of all, thank you very much for having me on this show. And thank you for talking about me and my book. The first question about match fixing and spot fixing, whether they can ever be totally done away with. My answer to that question is that no crime or no malpractice can be done away with fully. There will always, some part of it will always remain because the potential is always there. But it can be curbed to a minimum level. It can be curbed to, shall we say, an acceptable level where it doesn't really hurt the game of cricket, the spirit of cricket, so to say. So if you compare the situation today with the situation that prevailed during the time of Hansi Cronje or say Mohammad Azharuddin and excuse me, so on, you would notice that the chances of any team throwing away a match has virtually come to a naught. That's because it is well nigh impossible to compromise, say, 5 players, 6 players of a team that a match can be, so that a match can be thrown away. Why is it so? Because already the fear of God has been put in the players that if they get discovered, then their entire career will be over, as the careers of so many cricketers have been over. So many cricketers who would have gone on to play for many more years, including our former captain, Mohammad Azharuddin. So the chances that any fixer can compromise 6 players or 5 players so that a match can be given away is almost next to impossible. So the level of corruption in cricket, I would say, has really come down to a level which is, I won't say acceptable, but which is manageable. It can be managed by anti-corruption officers, and I'm talking about all over the cricketing world. That is one. The second thing is about spot fixing. Spot fixing comparatively is very easy. All you have to do is to compromise one player. For instance, what happened in the 2013 spot fixing case. You compromise one bowler or three bowlers individually. They didn't know that the other one was being compromised. And they give away a few wides or a few no balls in a particular over. And before doing that, they give some signals so that the fixers know that in this over and on this ball, they are going to throw a wide or a no ball. And they bet on that particular event. Because remember, the match today, every ball is being betted upon. Every ball. So if a bowler can be compromised, you can do spot fixing. So spot fixing is still worrisome, but match fixing has considerably reduced.
Okay, let me get to Raja on that. Raja, if I throw in the women's game into this, that's the new hyper-commercialized spectacle that will come with the WPL. Are these girls soft targets because they get far less money? Can they be compromised easily? Before I go to Mr. Kumar again.
There is no doubt that anybody can be compromised, Boria, in my mind, because the human greed is never going to go away. And some of the players who were caught in this scandal have all been moneyed. It's not as if they have not had the money. Look at Hansi Cronje, or look at any of the Pakistanis who were named by the Qayyum Commission in Pakistan. I think when you look at them, it is not as if they didn't have the money. They did have the money. So it is greed. Those who have got money want a little bit more. But my own question to Neeraj sir will be, why is it that 22 years after the first of the scandals broke out, the Hansi Cronje scandal broke out in April of 2000, we still don't have a law that prevents that can punish the fixer. You have faced it yourself, sir, and you've written about it quite exhaustively in the book, that without a law, it is hard for punishment to be meted out by a court. Players have gotten away because of technicalities. Players have gotten away because there is no law that makes fixing criminal. Why do you think there is a reluctance to introduce a law that can criminalize fixing?
I wish I knew, because as I have said, this is a low-hanging fruit. Any government who decides to pluck it will earn the the approbation of a large number of cricket fans or a large number of sports lovers, because it will not only be for cricket. It is not as if corruption is there only in cricket, it's there in every game. In Kabaddi, for instance, in these leagues, you don't know what kind of corruption is going on. I am privy to some of the, inside stories. So every league and every sports is kind of liable, or shall we say exposed to corruption, and we must put in a law for every game, every sport in the country. Why it has not been implemented, I really don't know. Perhaps because the bill was brought in by the Congress party, that the present ruling party doesn't want to implement it. But my sense is that enough lobbying for the law has not been done. And I have written in the book that the present dispensation in the BCCI is ideally suited to push for the law. And I'm sure it will sail through both the houses of parliament, and the whole country will welcome it. It is a low-hanging fruit for the present government. All they have to do is go ahead and do it.
The next question, Mr. Kumar and Raja can add to that, and you can take the final answer, is on the question of betting. We've read your thoughts on legalization of betting. Why is it that you think it might not work like the way many people perceive it to do? Raja, why don't you add to that question before we take Mr. Kumar to give us a detailed answer?
Thank you, Boria. One of my own thoughts, Neeraj sir, has been that if some of the money from the black market can be routed into the white market, into public funding, perhaps it can help fund other sport, Olympic sport in the country. Even if 10% of, let's say 50% of the money that is being generated by the black market is used in legal betting, and if betting shops are allowed to be open, then perhaps sport can flourish. The British example is a good one. They have the national lottery. where, and in India, some states have banned the lottery as well. So this is always going to be a moral and ethical question. But my own thought has been that if the government legalizes betting, perhaps it can raise some revenue for Olympic sport.
Mr. Kumar?
Yes, that's a wonderful idea, Raja, and I think it should be considered strongly. But my own sense is that what percentage of bettors in our country are going to bet through white money? How many people will bet through their credit cards or through checkbooks and leave paper trails? The number may be sizable, but the volume of the money will be very, very minuscule compared to the overall money that goes into betting in our country. The people who are the real punters or high rollers, they bet in khokhas and in petis, lakhs and crores. And these are people who would never bet with white money. So the presence of black money shall continue to be there in the betting circles, number one. And number two, it is these people who indulge in fixing and compromising players and all the malpractices that are there in the game. The people who bet with the white money, they will never go into the realm of corrupting the game. Lastly, my point is that even if it was going to be legalized, or if someone dared to legalize, the political fallout of the move would be tremendous. It will be like, why can't prostitution be legalized as it is done in several other countries? The political fallout will be a lot. And the political fallout here also will be difficult to face by the present government or the present, whoever implements it. Because people will say that, look at this government, it is legalizing something which is, which is detrimental to society. So that risk, I'm very doubtful that any party is going to take.
Okay. I'll end there. We've had a very interesting 15-minute conversation with Mr. Neeraj Kumar. Look, there are no easy answers to the questions he tackles in the book. No black and white answers. There are always layers of gray. But that's why he needs to be complimented. That's why this book should be read. A cop in cricket, inside the world of the BCCI's anti-corruption unit, more such books, more research will give us more material. And that's how we will understand the sport and how it operates better. Mr. Kumar, many congratulations on it. It's a book by Juggernaut. Please order it on Amazon or Flipkart, or go and buy from the stores. The book reading habit is back. The book fair in Kolkata sold 3 times this year, so the trade is back. That's a delightful thing. Mr. Kumar, you've timed it perfectly, just like many other things you've timed very well. So congratulations on that. Raja, thank you very, very much. Once again, we say, buy the book, read it, for there's a lot that you need to be educated upon. Thank you very much for joining me as part of this show.
Thank you, Boria, and thank you, Raja.
Thank you, sir.